Hi all. So I have a bunch of different tarot decks here. I'm going to discuss color not color, size and shape, and I'm going to try to do my best. Just a general reminder, I am mobility impaired and also visually impaired, so welcome to like a visually impaired person filming for you. So this is my little setup where I do like small tarot readings for this channel. I don't have it down to a science yet, so as of right now, also I'm still selecting decks to use on this channel. So I have like three. I'm still learning how to do that in an effective way, but anyway, you can see that I have several sizes, and I have some over here too. I have several sizes of decks, so I actually like a lot of these. I already like either they were mine or I was in the process of like they were in the mail by the time that I had the idea to make this video. And I also was very inspired, like I don't mean inspired in like a gross way, but like my friend mentioned to me that for her visual impairment, she had gotten like this size of one second, this size of deck. And it really, I'm sorry that it's moving so much, hold on a second. It's really like the size of a small, I can't even get the full box into the frame, but basically this is almost exactly the size of the cards, and it's specifically for teaching and also like if you do have a visual impairment so that you can see all the detail on the card. So I really wanted to like have like footage of one of these because it's not that I hadn't thought of it, but I didn't own like a large print one. And I am visually impaired, but I still use standard size tarot right now, but it is like difficult as a visually impaired person. And so this is my first deck that I will have for this size. I will say, like, shuffling wise, I made a separate video on shuffling, and I would say you would have to just like put these cards out on a table and like move them around with your hands. Like, I don't think that it's that easy to shuffle this size. So that was the inspiration for this video that I wanted to show. Like, and again, I don't mean inspiration in a gross way. And then I got really obsessed with the art of this is like a standard size. I'm just going to keep everything in the boxes, and some of them are still in shrink wrap because, like I said, some of them I literally just got in the mail. But this is like, again, it's close to the camera, but like this is a standard size tarot box. So this is a standard size deck. And I have a few by the same. I got a bunch by this like two different artists that I've been using for my own personal readings, and I may get copies of these for the channel that would not be for my personal readings, but I have not done that yet. So this is like a standard size. It looks big, but that's because this is the outer box. This really is a standard size, and I also so I'll show you one second. I just had okay, here it is. So in comparison to that really big one, this is the size of a regular. So that really big one is the the weight tarot deck, like the standard tarot deck. And in comparison, you can see much more in the frame. This is a standard box. Hold on one second. Sorry, you're realizing I am very visually impaired and I try to do my best with tarot. There we go. It's not, and my hands also shake. So anyway, this is like more of a standard box, but I also wanted to show these boxes so that I can show you, I also have these mini decks. And I wanted to comment on mini decks. This mini deck is inside of a metal, little metal, hold on, let me try to get this in frame. Little metal one. It's like definitely half the size of a standard tarot box. And it's also, this set of mini decks is in a metal container because it's basically the idea is that you're able to put this in a bag and travel with it. But not every mini deck is in a metal box. Here's another mini deck, and you can tell that it's mini. You could tell the print on it is very small. And this is a specific mini deck because it's only the major arcana. And it's not really it's not really easy for me to show the relative size of these little boxes because I want you to be able to actually see them. But, the mini decks are like half the size. Like, let's just say, not all of them are marked with measurements, but let's just say that the mini decks are like half the size of a regular tarot deck box, and I'm being approximate here. The other thing to know about all of this is that you can also get tarot cards that are round. You can get tarot cards that are in the shape of hearts. I think I've seen some that are hexagons, but I'm not clear on if the whole deck are hexagons. So I'm not sure on that. I did look, but it wasn't clear. And yeah. And so basically, and this is my floor because once I have a camera angle set, I can't change it. So, in any case, so you can get tarot cards in different shapes and also different thickness of cardstock, and some creators will tell you the thickness of the cardstock and some won't. And depending on you, the thinner or thicker cardstock might be easier to shuffle for you, or so there is a little bit of trial and error. And I apologize, it's not really that easy to show the relative different sizes. I really wanted a video on this and on the variations that you can find. And I would again suggest the eclectic.net tarot website because they have direct links to where to get the decks, because these days if a deck goes out of print, soon after that, you can find a knockoff deck that is a mini deck, and it's a shady thing you have to watch out for. Because they will have, not necessarily show the title of what they are. It's a little bit, you have to wade through Amazon a little bit. But the eclectic.net website for tarot, it has, for the most part, as far as I saw, it still has direct links to Amazon pages, so you can find everything. And basically it wasn't that easy to show the different sizes, and I apologize for that. But basically you can, so the only other thing to know about the odd shapes There are also like tarot deck holders and tarot card holders out there. And I did a quick Google and I was looking at reviews and stuff. And like something like a round deck, or like a heart-shaped deck, they don't necessarily fit in the holders. So anyway, and also with the mini decks that I do have, I guess with the exception of like the Major Arcana one, because that would be 22 cards. The Major Arcana is always 22 cards. Like, even if it's a mini deck, I will just say, like, it's still a lot of cards to hold in one hand. So if that's a concern for you, that is a factor. I'm able to work with pretty much any size, but like each deck does also, like, because they definitely have different card stock. It's a little bit, it really, no matter what, it's a little bit trial and error. There is like sort of like definitely something to like kind of trying to, once you have a deck, like attuning to the energy of the deck to see if you ultimately, are compatible with a deck. I definitely did that with my more recent decks. I put my spirit guides energy into my decks, and it made a really big difference for me, because that's what I wanted. I wanted my team to be having an influence on the cards, I guess, because that's just I've had it work with other kinds of objects, and this was the first time that I did it, and then I really had a good experience with my new decks. So that's what I'm doing with my new decks, and I'm having much more success, like feeling like the cards are intuitive to me. So those are all things that you can consider with thinking about sizes and shapes and card stock and measurements of cards. Like, again, not all of them are going to list the measurements or tell you about the card stock. So no matter what, there's a little bit of trial and error. But I hope that this video is helpful. And I'm posting today because I'm not sure my availability next week whatsoever, because I have a few things pending where I don't know timing of everything next week. So I am hoping, whenever I have everything organized from next week, I'll be back teaching again. Not necessarily on tarot stuff. I am continuing the series because I'm learning a lot, and as I'm learning, I'm teaching. And that's just something that I'm enjoying doing, so I hope that these videos help you. And these are all just factors. It wasn't that easy to put on video, but these are all just factors to consider as you're considering a tarot or oracle deck. And when I'm comfortable, I will be returning to doing at least a weekly oracle or tarot reading on this channel. Right now, I'm kind of in this in-between thing where I'm attuning to my own decks. I have a plan to take a tarot class because I'm reading books, and some is going in my head and some is not. And I'm reading a lot of different tarot books at the same time, and then I'm going to take a class. And when I'm comfortable, I will return to doing readings on this channel. But I'm enjoying, like, the current pace. I kind of wanted to do one video a week, but I am enjoying the current pace of, like, about twice a week a teaching video. So that's where we are right now, and I hope this video helped you.